Good morning. I hope you are doing great today. We're looking at Matthew 6. We are discussing and have been looking at chapter 6. We just began verse 1. I want to read verse 2 for you. Verse 2, Jesus says, "Thus," it's about not doing your works in front of men so that you get applause. He turns to a specific work. "Thus, when you give to the needy, sound no trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may be praised by others. Truly I say to you, they have received their reward." Let me note something at the beginning. There's an assumption made. The assumption that Jesus makes is important for us to get in our heads and think about. The assumption is that you're giving to the needy. The assumption is that you're in the Jewish world, it was the giving of alms, but that as part of your regular concept of handling responsibly your own finances, you have money that is available for needy people. That's the first thing. So it assumes that you're giving to the needy. Think of Luke 12, 32 through 34. "Do not be afraid, little flock, for your Father has been pleased to give you the kingdom." This should be the NIV. "Sell your possessions and give to the poor." Sell your possessions and give to the poor. "Provide purses for yourself that will not wear out, a treasure in heaven that will not be exhausted, where no thief comes near and no moth destroys. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." That's the New International Version of Luke 12, 32 through 34. So it's assumed that you're going to give to the poor. What's the issue in this verse? Well, the issue is hypocrisy. You'd be like a hypocrite, and you ever heard the phrase, "Don't toot your own horn"? It comes from this verse. "Don't toot your own horn" comes right out of Matthew 6, 2. It used to be said, "Don't blow your own trumpet." Now we say, "Don't toot your own horn." So don't toot your own horn means don't let everybody know all the good that you're doing, particularly here with the idea of the hypocrisy of giving to the needy and then telling everybody about how you're giving. Let me give you a couple thoughts on hypocrisy, because hypocrisy first has a moral problem. The moral problem is rooted in pride. You want to be seen for what you're doing, and you want what you're doing to elevate your status in the eyes of others. And so it is at bottom a way of sort of self-aggrandizing at the least, meaning making yourself greater. It's self-deification at its height. You want people to actually go, "You are so worthy for what you've done." So it's a moral problem. It's pride. Secondly, there's a kind of psychological problem. And it's rooted in insecurity. You're prideful, but you're insecure. And you need to address that insecurity, because you're not getting your security in the fact that you are as loved by Christ right now as you'll ever be, irrespective of what you give. If you're a believer in Christ, the benefits of his death have been applied to your life, then you are embraced in the beloved fully and freely by him. So that there's nothing that's sort of added in that way. Instead, you're loved and accepted. You don't have to feel insecure. You can feel secure. Now, until you aren't prideful in that way and you are secure in Christ, you'll have an eye. Who sees me? Who sees me? And Jesus, getting at the heart, is saying, don't let that be the motive. Instead, let the motive be out of the redeemed life, out of your standing. So you're not questing for any standing or any applause. Instead, it's an audience of only one. May the Lord bless you as you give to the needy, which is our Christian duty, but you do it out of a humility and out of a security. Take care.